Okay, hi, and welcome to Psychology 5, the psychology of reasoning and problem solving. My name is Devin Fell. I'll be your instructor. I have a master's degree of science in industrial organizational psychology, which is a field of psychology that not a lot of people know about, but it's basically like business psychology. So if an organization is having a tough time with anything in the workplace. So maybe it's employee morale or productivity is low. They'll hire a consultant like myself to come in, and then we will assess the situation and use different psychological principles like classical conditioning and operant conditioning to improve morale and make sure that the people at the workplace are being treated well and that they feel respected and a sense of meaning, and that the employers are happy with what they're getting out of their employees as well. So I do that. But, since we're going to be sharing so much about ourselves in this class, I would like to kind of open the dialogue to that by sharing about myself. So I'm a Chargers fan, now a Los Angeles Chargers fan, which is tough because they always lose. Um, and I am a big fan of the show Big Brother, so I'm super excited to watch that this summer. And then also, I'm a mom, so I have a 2-year-old, and at the time I'm recording this video, I'm currently pregnant. And so that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I teach a lot of different classes. I work at Chaffey, Mount Sac, San Bernardino, Fullerton College. I teach statistics, research methods, intro to psych, development. Ooh, this class. There's more that I'm probably forgetting. But at any rate, the reason that is pertinent information to you is that if you need to contact me, the best way to do so is to email me. And I encourage you to email me anytime. I try to get back to my students as soon as possible within 24 hours. So I want to be there for you and be available to help. When you do email me, the best course of action is to put your course number into the subject line so I know exactly what course you're in, so I don't have to waste your time writing back and saying, who are you, what class are you in, before I can answer your actual question. So please, if you could do that, it'd just make it easier for both of us. And then I'm going to be holding office hours, virtual office hours on a chat room. And we do that once a week. I do it on Mondays at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And virtual office hours or the chat is not required at all, but some people like to come on there and chat about things we've been talking about in class or ask me questions about what's coming up or where their grade is at in the class or whatever. So that's just one way to communicate with me if you want to communicate with me live. So if you maybe have like a lot of back and forth type questions, that'd be a good way to do that. As far as the textbook, you are going to need the book, and so you'll want to pick that up because you will be tested and responsible for information that is in the text, but maybe not discussed in lecture. So you need to be reading the book for sure. You can use the course calendar to help you know what chapters we're going to be covering next, and if possible, read the chapter before you we're going to watch lecture videos in this class. I have videos for each chapter, and then you're going to watch them and take notes just like you would if you were in class. But you will need to be responsible for all the material from that chapter, not just what's covered in the lecture videos, because it's kind of hard to cover everything. So at any rate, you need the textbook, and you want to try to read before you watch a lecture video on a chapter. In terms of attendance, you are required to check in to our course online twice a week. And so the first check-in has to be completed by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. However, you can check in whenever you want before that. And then the second check-in is required to happen sometime before Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So your check-ins have to happen on 2 different days, but they can happen any day of the week as long as they are before the check-in deadline. So check-in 1 should happen before Thursday at 11:59 p.m. and check-in 2 should happen before Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so weeks for us are going to start on Sunday at 12 a.m., so first thing on Sundays, and then they're going to end on Saturday at 11:59. So that's kind of the structure of when weeks start and end. And so on check-in number 1, you're going to watch and listen to the lecture video. And then throughout the lecture video, you'll be given little tasks to do, and you will complete those tasks on a separate document. So you might want to pull up like a Word document or whatever is comparable to that on your computer. And then as I go through the lecture video, I'll instruct you of different things to do in those lecture activities, and you will complete them on that open file you have and then submit them to our online course. So you will have to, in check-in 1, watch the lecture video and then submit the lecture activities on check-in 1 as well. So you'll complete them and then submit them. Sometimes we will have application activities which are completed on discussion boards. And if that is the case, then you will need to post to the forum for the application activity in check-in number 1 also. So if it's a week where we're having application activities, then you will also need to post to the application activity during check-in 1 as well. So you can start working on check-in number 1 on Sunday if you would like. So you can work on it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Doesn't matter when you start, but it is due on Thursday by 11:59 p.m. each week. So for check-in number 2, you are going to complete any of the remaining assignments. So each week the assignments will vary. Sometimes they'll be self-change project assignments, or there will be difference of opinion assignments. So you're going to complete whatever assignment is due that week by check-in number 2. And also if an application activity was assigned that week, you are to do your application activity post on check-in 1. But your replies are due by check-in number 2. So if an application activity was assigned, then on check-in number 2, your replies to the application activity discussion board are due. And just like with check-in 1, you can work on the stuff for check-in 2 once you complete check-in number 1, but at any time during the week. So if you finish check-in number 1 on Sunday, then on Monday you can start check-in number 2. Doesn't matter when you start working on it, as long as it's after check-in number 1 and you finish and submit everything by Saturday at 11:59 p.m. All this information can be found on the syllabus. You see me looking down, I'm just looking at the syllabus, so you can kind of follow along if you want to by getting the syllabus off our online course. And then we will have 2 exams. You get 1 attempt per exam, so once you open it, you can't pause it or log out and log back into it. So once you start, you start. And so you have 3 hours, though, to complete it. So you have 3 hours to do the exam, but once you start the exam, the 3-hour time starts and it can't be stopped. And then finally, we're going to have a self-change final paper. It's due when the final's due. And so there is a handout on the online course that will explain to you what's expected of you. So you definitely want to read through that. Actually, that's one of the things you'll want to do today is read through that handout after you watch this video. In terms of grading, if you look on the syllabus, there's a grading scale that breaks down like how many points you have to get an A and an A minus and a B. So check that out. Your course grade is based simply on how many points you earn and nothing else, so that it's completely objective. I never give students points for no reason. So whatever grade you earn will be based purely on the number of points that you earn. And then I don't accept late assignments or makeup assignments. And makeup exams are allowed on a case-by-case basis, and I usually request documentation, so there has to be a compelling reason why you couldn't take the makeup exam, like you were in the hospital or something like that. So if you need a makeup, just email me and be prepared to have appropriate documentation from a judge or a police officer or a doctor or something like that. Academic dishonesty, so cheating on exams, plagiarism of any kind is not allowed. You will get a 0 on the assignment the first time it occurs, and then if it happens again, I will have to report you to the appropriate administration here at the college, and they will take it from there, which is never a good thing. So don't plagiarize. There's tools set up in the online course to catch plagiarism and things like that. So just do your own work. And then if you need any technical assistance, There is a help forum on the course where you can communicate with your classmates and ask them questions, and they can respond to you. I don't look at that forum. That one's just for you guys. But it also has the information for tech support on that forum. And then I have a FAQ forum, which has a bunch of videos on how to do things within the course. So you can find some answers there as well. And you can also always contact me if you have any questions. And then there are disability programs and services available through our college. So if you need any assistance, please contact the disability programs and services at the number on the syllabus, and inform me of any accommodations that you might need. And then finally, respectful and appropriate behavior. So this course requires all students to be tolerant, respectful, and sensitive to others. Inappropriate behavior, including acts of discrimination, inappropriate content or language, or otherwise, will be addressed and may be reported to the appropriate college administration. So just be nice. You never know what kind of language offends people, or if you want to talk about something controversial, just kind of do it in a professional way, with kid gloves on, so to speak, so that you're not offending anyone. If you disagree with someone, sometimes you'll be asked in this class to do assignments where you have to find someone that you disagree with and talk to them about their point of view. And whenever you do that, you want to be very respectful and kind and patient. So just make sure that you are treating others with empathy and kindness, and we should be good. If anything were to arise and there was a problem with the content that you were posting, I would let you know. And then finally, if you have any questions about anything, come to me for help. I'm here to help you. I want you to succeed. I want you to do well in the course. I'm on your team, so let me know if I can help you in any way. And then the course calendar is the last page of the syllabus. The course calendar is something that you should always have readily available. You might want to save it to your desktop or print it out and put it next to your computer so that you always know what week we're doing which chapter or chapters. Sometimes we do several chapters a week, so make sure that you have that course calendar available so you know when everything is. And today what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and log on to the course, and you're going to check out the syllabus if you haven't already done that, and you are going to read over the self-change project handout. Make sure you have a good understanding of that and ask me any questions. And then you can go ahead and get started on the assignments for this week. And so I think that's all I have for you. So go ahead and get started. You can do this. You're going to hopefully enjoy yourself in this course. I'm always here to help. It's nice to meet you. I hope you have a good day, and I'll be talking to you in the next lecture video.